Hi, my name is Đức Wing, and I'm a professional YouTuber, and I'm from Alexander Park. Welcome to my 151st exercise training video on your Mars Get Set Go. There's the white flowers, there's growing the yellow flower, and some sand. Here comes the way it goes on your right, on the starting point. Let's walk. Walk. I want to continue walking on the way you want to walk. Let's start reading. Hi, how are you doing? Great. That's to meet you the first time. I want to continue walking. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Nice to meet her the first time. I want to continue walking. The bicycle. Oh, look out. I want to continue working. Here comes the white flower. Let's look at another bicycle rider. Let's look. Ha! How are you doing? Great. I want to continue walking. There comes the sunlight. It's hot and sunny today. There comes the sand. There goes the big trees. I want to continue working around. Um, there are some rocks behind. There are some leaves falling. I want to keep walking behind. Uh, There are some rocks behind. Uh, Let's keep going. Hi, how are you doing? Nice to meet you the first time. It's great from to here on. Let's go to the trail. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Nice to meet her the first time. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Nice to meet you the first time. I want to continue walking around. There goes the sand. There comes the white flower. Let's keep walking all around. There's the falling acorns, the big tree that came off from the squirrel. Oh, let's continue working out. Now, let's walk. Hi, how are you doing? There's the green flower. I want to continue going around. There's the sand, and I want to continue working. And there comes the cracks. Let's get to the log. There are white flowers and a bigger tree. I want to keep walking. Here's the yellow flower. Let's continue walking. I want to go up, and there comes the bicycle to walk. Huh? How doing? I want to keep walking. Let's go to the next one. Who really has the personnel? Oh, let's came to the dog. Hi. How are you doing? Great. Give me. I want to keep walking. Let's go for a walk. Hi. How are you doing? Great. Hi. How are you doing? Hi. How are you doing? Hi. How are you doing? Great. Hi. How are you doing? Hi. How are you doing? I want to continue walking. I want to work slowly. I want to keep walking up. I want to keep them alive. There are some rocks. Hi. How are you doing? Great. Hey, let's continue walking. There's a bit of sand going on. I want to walk. around. Hi, how are you doing? Nice to meet her. I want to continue walking around. There goes the rocks. I want to keep them around. Oh, there's the big log. I want to continue working around. There's the bicycle. I want to continue walking around. Here's the big man and the little guy. As who are walking along in the sunlight. There comes the birds. Hi, how are you doing? Walk. Oh, nice to meet the family. The very first time ever. I want to continue going around. Oh, I want to keep them walking alive. Let's play the game. I want to continue working around and go along. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? I want to continue walking a lot. I, let's keep them. Let's play the soccer game. There's a bit of rocks. Go along the Greenway Trail on your left. Hi, how are you doing? Huh? Hi, how are you doing? I want to continue walking. Let's go along. I want to keep them walking around. There goes the falling leaves. I want to continue working along on, on your left. There are some small logs. I want to continue working along. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi. More rocks are in. I want to keep working on. There goes the tree. He's and came along. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Great. Nice to meet her the first time. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Nice to meet her. Ooh, the kid. Watch out. I want to keep working along. Let's come the trash can, the sign. Walk around and see the people. Let's get to the lake. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to keep them around and work around. I want to continue. There's a little bit away. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Sunlight is in. Nice to meet her the first time. I want to continue walking. Let's go around. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. There comes the bridge. Let's keep walking. And there goes the trash can. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to continue walking around. There's a big log. Another of the big logs and some rocks. I want to keep them working around. Um, let's get some falling rocks. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? I want to continue walking. I want to continue walking and keep them alive. Hi, there comes the sunlight. Continue walking. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Let's get some rocks. Let's get some falling leaves. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to keep them working with some rocks alive. I want to continue working. How there's some comes falling leaves and there's a bit of sand. Let's get some sun on your left. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. No, we don't want to die alone. Hi, how are you doing? How are you? Hi, Dad. I want to keep them walking even with the falling acorn. There are some rocks. I want to keep them walking along. There is the sun. There's some trash cans. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to keep them walking even with the sand and with the bigger logs. I'm going down the road. Let's continue working along. Let's keep them along. I want to continue working along the road. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Huh, let's drink. There are some rocks. Great. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to continue working. Hi, how are you? Huh, great. I want to continue walking on the right. Okay, let's get some leaves and the falling white rocks. I want to continue going. Hi, how are you? Great. Let's get some falling leaves and some green plants. There are some rocks. Watch out for the bicycle. Go along. Be careful. Oh, oh, there's the bicycle. Go along. Um, there's some acorns falling along. Let's keep working along and be liable to walk. Hi, how are you doing? Okay. I want to continue walking to on your left. There's the big white flower. Not to meet her the first time. I want to continue working. There's the wildflower. There's the big tree. There are a little bit of birds coming along. I'm going along. Let's keep working along. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to keep walking along. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to continue working along. Let's get along. I want to continue walking along. And there's some trees. I want to keep them working out. Let's be a happily each starter. It's good for the exercise. Hi, how are you doing? Let's walk along. There's the trash can. I want to continue going around. I want to keep them walking along on the right. Let's go along. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to keep them walking along. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to continue walking along. There's the light going along. Hi, how are you doing? I want to continue going along. Let's keep them working out. I want to keep them walking along. Let's go along. Let's get along. I want to keep them along. Let's continue going around. Let's be stronger. There's the big tree. I want to continue working. There comes the white rocks. I want to keep them working along. I'm going along with the green trees. I want to keep them working along. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to keep them working with some white rocks. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to continue working with some white flowers. I want to keep them working along. Let's go around. I want to keep them walking with the green trees. Hi, how are you doing? Great. Keep them walking along on your left side. Let's go. Hi, how are you doing? Good, how are you? Great. I want to go along. Let's go for the trees. Hi, how are you doing? I'm good, how are you? Great. I want to continue walking along as long as you are on the trailway to continue. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Great. I want to continue going on your left of the tree. Let's go on the lake. I want to keep them working out with the white flowers. I want to continue going along. And there goes the tree, and there goes the sand. I want to keep them walking along with the yellow flower. And there's a visible bit of sand behind the green trees. I want to continue walking. And with the white flower, I want to keep them walking. There's the sand, and there's a shadow of the tree behind. I want to keep them walking. There goes the blue and green playground. Let's continue walking along. Keep them alive. I want to continue going along from the trees. I want to continue going along. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? How you doing there? Great. I want to continue going along and walk over with the sand, and I want to keep them along. There goes the trash can. I want to continue walking along. There's the big bird. Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? Great. I want to continue walking along. There's There's the white flower over there. I want to keep them working out. There's the plane. Even there's a little bit of clouds. It's good for your exercise workout. Let's go and continue. Huh? Hi. How are you doing? Great. I want to continue working along. Let's go to the playground and be careful for the fun. Let's go on your left, and there's some trash can. There's a little bit of bench. I want to keep them working with the white flowers. I want to continue going along, and here comes some rocks with some sand behind. Here comes the trail on your left. The scorecards go with the rocks. Hi, how are you doing? Great. I want to continue. Hole one, par three. I want to continue going along. Oh, there's some playgrounds. The white flower is in. I want to keep them walking. Let's go along. There's a bit of plane and birds. And here comes the sun in the sky. I want to continue going along. I want to keep them working. Let's go along the playground. There comes some white flower. I want to go along and see the white flower. Let's go back towards the big flower and with some sand. I want to continue going along. I want to keep a white flower. I want to go alive. And let's go back. Let's see the playground. I want to continue working along. Behold the white flower and the big wheat. There comes some sand. I want to go around. There's a little bit of sand and there's a bit of rock behind the camera. There's another a big white flower. I want to continue working, and here comes the big wheat. I want to continue working. Let's go on a fun picnic. I want to continue going along. I want to continue warning. Do not climb on the outside of this slide. I want to continue walking with some sand, and I want to go on a bench. There's the big wheat. I want to continue going along. I want to walk around. I want to go around. Let's see the picnic table and the pavilion. I want to continue going around. There's the trash can. I want to go. Let's get fun on the playground. I want to continue working along. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Great. Huh? How are you doing? I want to continue walking along. Let's go to the end. Let's see the pavilion. Let's swing for the fun on the playground. There's the white flower. I want to continue working along. There comes the trash can. I'm rather happy to go along. Here comes the green flower. I want to continue working along. There's the big trash can. I want to walk along with the cars. I want to keep them going along. There's some sand and behind. And here comes the sun. I want to continue going along. Let's keep them alive. I want to continue working. Let's get to the end. I want to continue going along. I want to get alive. Bye. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.